welcome to the Black Mind Games podcast. It's an episode.
We're here.
There's dick
We're
jokes.
here. We're queer. Get used to it.
What? Okay, Nick Fuentes. Next thing you know, you're gonna be talking about like cat boys and shit like that, and I'm gonna be like,
No. I'm just saying that just so that Islamic bullshit idiots just get angry.
why do you hate the Muslims so much?
Man, it's like they're learnt on backward logic of like how much the.
Yeah, some of them, when they live in a regime that's predominantly run by Sharia law. But there are some good Muslims. It's like how there's bad Christians.
Is there actually a lot of good Islams? Just some bad Islam, or
You live in a country with a good chunk of them.
oh, okay.
Most people who live in those countries leave.
Yeah, that's usually how that goes.
They usually go, I would rather live in Canada or the United States. Now, that is kind of changing. They're going, oh, fuck. And they're going, oh, fuck. This is not good. This is bad.
We're hemorrhaging people out of our country. We should probably change this.
No, it's not the country that's saying that. It's the, they... Okay, so the best story I have of this is like there's people who they introduced the gay curriculum at elementary school.
Uh-huh.
So a bunch of Muslim parents went and were like, "What the fuck are you doing? Like, what the fuck are you doing?" This is in England, and they literally went like, "No, like we don't want you doing this." And the teacher's like, "But I'm doing this for you and your kids," and they're like, "No, we want our kids to be like."
Racist
Like,
motherfuckers.
No, they didn't say that. They were like, we want our kids to be normal and shit. I mean, you gotta realize that like the country that you're comparing it to is, you know, you gotta
United
compare
States.
United States like to like Iran. Iran throws gays off buildings. United States,
They throw gays off buildings.
no, they don't.
No, they don't. They throw the blacks off buildings.
Some of them do. I'm sure that's happened before.
Oh dear.
Actually, there's an entire like riot that happened in like a long time ago.
The 90s?
No, I think it was the 60s. So, the 60s, I think, was that.
Huh.
There was some race riots and shit like that.
I do like how absolutely everyone who is on the camera is taking every opportunity to slide a under disguised I hate the regime of this fucking country like secret in every fucking
I don't think
picture.
that's been happening as much as you think it has.
Well, I mean, there's ones that have been showing up.
I mean, there was a group of people who got fined, and then they realized that money was more important than the message.
Uh-huh.
I'm not joking by that either. There was a bunch of people who wore armbands, so already we're off to a great start. Mm-hmm. They wore armbands, okay? A shirt would have been fine, anything else would have been fine. No, they wore armbands. And so even a patch would have been fine. So what ended up happening was, I guess, World Cup organization was like, hey, we'll fine you. And they were like, hey, we'll fine you because you're doing this. Like, fuck off.
Uh-huh.
And so all of the players took off the armbands, and that's been that. There was a guy who got kicked out of a stadium because he he was doing gay things. I'll say that much.
Yeah, huh?
And the security guards were like, nope, you're not welcome into the stadium. Fuck off. And it's like, the more I'm reading about the shit and stuff like that, the World Cup's interesting and everything like that. Like, go Team Canada. I hope they win.
Yeah.
But this shit is like, you're seeing the crazy shit that humans are doing.
And you just go, man, no wonder we haven't talked to aliens yet.
Yeah, it's like, man, Like, if I was the Citadel, or if I was the Asaris or the Turians, I'd be like, dude, we should just blow these people out of orbit.
No, it'd be like, okay,
we should just kill
we're
them
putting
all.
the barrier up. We are ignoring these people like another 300 years.
Yeah, we gotta wait like 1,000 years.
Yeah, just to see who reigns supreme at all.
And then you'll find out that the Emperor of Mankind comes out, and then it's just like, oh fuck. Shit.
Oh,
they
no.
have a guy who can like literally beat us, and he made 20 prime badasses who can kick or punch our shit in. What the fuck?
Damn it. He has a speaking spell lodged into his chest.
You had people get banned from entering the stadium because they were wearing like Crusader gear.
The hell is that?
Templar. Knight Templar.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
They showed up. Yeah.
How was that ban worthy?
Because Quartar is Muslim and they were a victim of the Crusades.
Oh.
Okay, Josh. I know you don't know basic history, so I'm going to explain something.
I don't know much things. I tell you right now.
It's amazing. I found out today that Josh didn't know what the Nuremberg trials are.
Yeah, you told me, and I still forgot.
Oh my god! I'm not explaining it on the episode. I like you're the reason. You're the reason why people will like run out and buy like a Volkswagen car and be like, yeah, I bought a German vehicle. Goddamn. I'm not supporting one of those Nazi countries. And you're like...
No, see, here's the difference. I do research if I don't do anything. So, you telling me, I know you told me it was something bad. I know that for sure, but I'm like, I still can't remember.
The Nuremberg trials?
Yes.
I would say they were quite good.
Or, okay, good.
They were the... Oh my god, okay, I'm going to explain this. Josh, they were the trials...
You can ignore this entirely.
No, you can't. This is important history. This is the end of World War II.
Nazis got tried. Okay, now I remember.
Yes. They were the trials for the human rights violations.
Okay, now I remember.
Yeah. Because the Nazi... It was...
Again, you can skip this.
Oh my god.
You can skip this. Like, should I know history? I probably should. Am I going to spend my time learning it? No.
It's the Nuremberg trials. Yeah.
Yeah. Should we spend our time talking about something else? Yes.
We could talk about We could talk about how Marathon's a fucking weird game.
Oh, it's so fucking weird. Did you watch that review by Mandalore, or did you start playing it? Okay.
I watched a lot of reviews of Mandalore.
I think I watched almost every single fucking one. Like, he's done such a good job.
So, yeah, like I watched all of the reviews of Mandalore, and it seems to me like it connects to Halo somehow initially, and now it doesn't.
But then you go into Halo again, and you see all the symbolism everywhere, and you're like, is it still connected? I don't know.
Well, the Marathon logo is literally the Reclaimer logo.
Yeah.
Like, it is literally the Reclaimer. Like, literally, if you look at Halo 3...
Yeah.
If you look at Halo 3 security helmet, there was, for a long time, there was the Marathon logo on the security helmet.
Because the helmet looked pretty similar, right?
No, the helmet was literally it was the security guard's helmet. That's the reason why it was called security.
Oh, I see.
So, like, people just made it's the Marathon logo. So the reason why the Reclaimer logo was so like pinnacle to the thing is it's supposed to rescind humanity and stuff like that, and it's basically like implying that humans have done this before and all of this sort of shit. Marathon's a fucking weird game.
Yeah.
Specifically Marathon Infinite, because that doesn't make sense.
Infinite, is that the second game?
That's the last one. The second game's Durand.
Oh, okay.
It's a point and click shooter. It's Doom-like. It has a lot of great functionality inside of it, and I kind of want to play this game. I kind of want to live stream this game.
Yeah.
And I think it's really good.
That's fantastic. Cause
You watch the Mandalore gaming shit.
yeah, I do. I especially watch the what was it, the Halo one, and yeah, like there's a part of it in that review. He's like, yeah, Halo is supposedly connected to it, and you see the symbolism everywhere, and no matter where you look, it's like it's technically there.
Yeah,
And
like
actually, one thing is even more surprising is that you look at like what was it, the dash of the warthog, and then you see the symbol in like the texture.
yeah.
Like that's crazy that that's even still there. Like,
Well, that was Halo 3, and Halo 3 has never received an update.
okay.
Halo 2 and Halo 1 have received updates. Halo 3 should receive an update, but they're not going to.
This is probably
Which
their baby.
No.
It's the baby.
No.
But like, yeah, like that whole thing, how he goes through it, and how like how the game design is almost like perfect in every way.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just, yeah, it's that game is also super. The storyline about it is just weird as I'll get out, because because you're going back and forth in time / helping someone out, turn out it's something else entirely, and all that junk, and it's like it's utter confusion. It's like levels of what's that other video game? The Kingdom Hearts. It's like it's at that level of weird tomfoolery.
Well, okay. I let me rephrase that. Let me say this very cleanly. Marathon as a game is
Yeah.
apparently getting a sequel.
Good.
Yeah, needed. But what it's doing is it's doing stuff where they're improving the game slightly and making the game better. And you play Marathon 1, very generic game. There's some complaints, which Mandalore goes into. I think he says, like, maze tracking and shit like that. And the environments are not that great. You play Marathon 2. Marathon 2 is bright, visceral, interesting, cool, fun.
Yep.
It's a better game. Better
They're
story.
nailing their map designs.
Yeah, it's better. The only thing it's missing out is the soundtrack, which I think Marathon 1 is the first game that Bungie worked with Marty O'Donnell on. And
So did the second game have no soundtrack at all? I can't remember. Okay,
it
so
had one track, which is
Right.
from the Power of the Seven.
right, one track.
Yeah.
That's all you need. It's one track.
Yeah. So hold on. So they made. So I think it goes. Marathon. It goes Marathon, Myth, Oni, and then it goes Halo and the Buyout, and then they got purchased by Sony. So yeah, it goes Marathon, Marathon 2, Marathon Infinity, Marathon, Myth, Fallen Lords, Myth 2, Soul Blight, and then Oni, Halo Combat, Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo 3 ODST, Halo Reach, Destiny, Destiny 2. So that's Bungie's itinerary. So Marathon's like right up there on top of like most of the games. And it's after Pathways of Darkness. So it ties into Pathways of Darkness.
Okay.
So, and then you get Marathon Infinite, which is developed by a completely separate developer, which is okay. Apparently, it wasn't developed by a completely separate developer, even though I thought it was. Marathon Trilogy, the game was released. The larger
You know,
allowing development multi. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you remind me. I gotta play Oni with the fan patches.
Oh man, I have never played Oni before. I kind of want to try it.
I apparently, from what I remember, playing on the PS2 with my brother. Like, what? This is way back in the day. Like, it was certainly interesting and neat game, but it had a lot of flaws.
I mean, if they brought that game back
and actually put the fan patches in,
well, no, if like they just made a new Oni game
or that,
that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool. But are they going to do that? No.
No.
Because it's a catch-22. Because I'm pretty sure it gets to a point of who owns it, and if anyone shows interest, then the one party's going to go, nope, it's mine. And then they go, well, there goes that idea.
I think Sony could learn. I think it's owned by Konami.
Oni?
Yeah, I think so.
I thought it was owned by Microsoft at this point.
No, it's owned by Take-Two Interactive.
Oh, interesting.
Gathering developers from Rockstar Games.
Yeah.
So it's owned by Take-Two.
Okay.
Because they're the publisher of it, I think. Let me look it up.
Because that's the thing. If anyone shows any interest in bringing it back, that other company is going to go, it's 300 times more expensive now because you want it back. And it goes, well, I guess we can't make it anymore because it's more expensive.
Here's who owns every game the Bungie company created. Okay. Who owns Bungie before? But okay, whatever. Okay. So, explain the games the Bungie created. That doesn't answer my fucking question. Because I know for a fact they do not own Halo.
That's Microsoft at this point.
Yeah. Microsoft buys Bungie and Take-Two, Oni, 2000. Take-Two buys Oni. PlayStation 2 situation unchanged. So Take-Two owns Oni.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I would like that. I would like them to make Oni a new Oni game. I would like them to make something new. That's not Destiny.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like Bungie. They make good games.
They
not
used
that
to.
Not that Josh plays Halo with me anymore. Josh is like, I'm like, Josh, let's play Halo, and he goes, no.
Well, I mean, you don't message me or anything about it.
I'm like, Josh, hey, let's play Darktide, and Josh goes, okay.
You don't message me about that either.
I don't realize I'd have to message you in order to be like, hey, Josh, let's play video games together.
I don't know if you want to play if you don't talk to me. Like, literally.
Okay, fine. I'll message you.
Like, frick.
I'll message you and be like, horror, let's play video games.
Maybe a little politer than that, but I'll be like, hey, we can go play whatever.
Hey, pimp, hey, Josh, it's your pimp. Let's play video games.
A lot better, thank you.
Also tell your other friends, where's my fucking money?
Which one?
That's a good question. I don't know who you play games with anymore. Nor do I care.
A little bit of everyone.
Probably. Yeah. Marathon's fucking weird. Mm-hmm. And then we get into Marathon Infinite, which is weird. It's weird.
It's a game.
It's weird. It's weird. It's a multifaceted timeline.
Yep.
Where you have a character traveling through time, through sleeping and electronic sheeps.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And he had supposedly multiple clones.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
Let's talk about Pokemon violence and sex.
What?
Violet and Scarlet. Got it.
That game's weird. It's weird. It's weird.
I mean, the gameplay, fine. like you ride your bike, which is a Pokemon. You freaking get them upgrades through gym battles esque thing.
It's weird. I don't like it.
Like all the gameplay elements, fine, but it's just, man, everything else around it. It's just terrible. Like it's
Holy
just
fucking shit.
like I gotta tell you right now, like the especially you can tell that like both Arceus and the mainline Pokemon game was like you can tell they was built in parallel with each other, and they're looking over each other's shoulders, going like, "Oh, you like that idea? We should use that idea in our game." And they looked over, like Arceus was like, "Oh, we want to make a free roaming game, so we're gonna do this." And then Team Scarlet and I'm gonna I want to call them sex and violence because that's what I want to call it. And then the team who are making the new mainline Pokemon games are like, oh man, they're doing open world. We should do open world because we like those ideas. And then they just don't freaking talk to each other or give them enough polish.
Well, you can tell that like one group of people, you can tell that Arceus's team was actually competent developers.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Arceus does. Go ahead.
I would say Arceus was competent, but it still had about the same problems as Scarlet and whatever violence.
I don't think it had as many bugs.
You know what? It probably didn't have as many bugs. True, but I mean, there was one or two that were. The only way you figure out that this one bug was like you did this one very specific thing.
Yeah.
But other than that, it got patched out.
Like, I would say the texture wasn't great. I would say the graphics weren't the best.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm not going to sit there and cry about that.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, this game, oh my god. Jeez.
Insane amount of pop-in, insane amount of, like, objects just popping in out of existence.
It's not even that. It's not that. It's stuff where you're playing the game and you're like, okay, cool, this game's great. And then all of a sudden you collect a bunch of NPCs and you see them running at 2 frames a second.
Yep.
And you're like...
Or the one mission we did was to collect the Sunflora, and they were all just like running
10 frames?
10 frames a second each. And then you look at your main character, they're running like at least 30. It looks so weird.
And you're like, okay, cool. And then you walk into this town and you're seeing stuff where you're like, okay, cool, like a regular, ordinary town. And you're like, okay, cool.
But then you're like, where is everyone? And they just start slowly fading in as you start running close towards everyone.
I didn't see that. Well, like, that's the pop-in. But, like, it was stuff where, like, all of a sudden we're watching this windmill move at 10 frames a second.
Yep.
And I'm like, what the fuck? What the hell? And then it's like, as we continue playing the game, it's like, oh, okay, like we're playing the game, ha ha ha, fun times. There was stuff where like we're watching and like you're moving the camera around and the fucking paper flickers. And I'm like, how is that happening? And all of a sudden I'm watching the paper go up and down, up and down, up and down. And you're sitting there showing me this.
Yep. And I'm like, oh, wait, see, we get the paper flicker again. Hold on.
Yeah.
It's going to the floor and then to the object.
Like, and I don't want to shit. I don't want to shit on this game so bad. But it's like, so I've been doing this thing for like the past couple of years where I've been buying my niece and nephew games that I enjoy. And so I get my niece and nephew a game or something like that. So last year I got them Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. Whatever. It's not a big fucking deal. Right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, here's Diamond, here's Pearl. Have fun. Play your fucking stupid bullshit fucking game. Have a good night. I'm like, that's your Christmas gift. Now I'm like looking at it and I'm like, I can't get them this game. I could probably get them Arceus. But at that point, I'm like, no, I really don't want to give them money anymore. So I'm like, oh, okay. Would it almost be better to just get fucking a Magic the Gathering deck for one, and some BattleTech minis, and the other like something like a little bit more adult because she's like 14.
Right.
Yeah, can't get her Harry Potter books though, or genderqueer books or anything like that. No. Gotta get her like Stranger Things shit that she's not allowed to wear in front of her mother. So, yeah. You know, that stuff. But I'm just like to the point now where I'm like I don't want to give this company money anymore. Like I don't mean to be mean, but I kind of don't want to give this company money anymore.
I kind of like. I mean, here's the thing. There's a title, or there's a news posting that came out that said that it sold like 10 million copies in 3 days.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I know you say that, but then that happens, and you're like, well, things are not slowing down. Although people complaining goes through the roof.
Well, it's like Call of Duty, right?
Yeah.
The happiest I've ever been is when I stopped buying the happiest experience I was when I stopped buying Call of Duty games.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even like, oh, like, you know, I'm just such a fucking jackass. I'm just not going to buy any Call of Duty games. I'm just not going to buy a Call of Duty game this year. I don't need to, and it's not my type of game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Although, here's the thing. Pokemon has a collector thing, so it doesn't quite equate to the same thing. They're always putting out new... It's more Magic the Gathering card solution, or the Magic the Gathering card type of philosophy. The new one comes out, more cards come out. There is precise cards that you need. You got to get those precise cards. Or hell, you got to complete your collection. You try to complete your collection as much as you can, and then next one comes out. Like, I would say it's more of the collector aesthetic is what makes people, you know, want to get the next one, or hell, it's, you know, the kids want to buy it or some shit. Mm-hmm. Again, different. It's a little different mix or demographics, I would say. Even though kids play both.
Yeah. Well, it's like it's the thing where it's like, yeah, kids don't care.
Yeah.
Like the thing that pisses me off and like makes me upset and stuff like that is like, okay, it's the Call of Duty problem. Okay? When Call of Duty was bad, it was still topping the sales charts.
Yeah.
Like, it was going through the roof. And it was like every single time you would talk to one of these Call of Duty players, they would always go, "Nah, man, it's better than the last one." And you're like, "Really? The reviews are like it's shit." And they would go, "Nah, man, it's better than the last one." And you would look at it and you go, "No, it's literally shit. It's dog shit. It's bad." It's like, I don't know how to tell you this, man. It's kind of horrible. And they go, "Nah." And then you'd go, "No, man, like, it's dead. It's over. Okay? Call of Duty's dead." And then Modern Warfare came out, and you're like, okay, this is gonna be funny. Okay, they're remaking the best one in the series by far, and it came out as actually good, and you're like, huh, maybe I'll give it a shot. Maybe it will be worth the money to try it or something like that. Okay. Mm-hmm. And, yeah. Now it's like, man, like, we're at that point with Pokemon where it's like, nah, it's kind of shit. Like, I hope it gets better. It's probably not going to get better yet. But we're in that shit mode where it's like, no, the game's shit. Sucks.
It
Awful.
sucks.
Could be better. And we got a bunch of guys who are sitting there going, oh, well, you know, oh well, I'll just buy it. And it's the greatest game ever made, and it's like, no, it's bad. Like, don't encourage this shit. Like,
Yeah.
You're preventing the Modern Warfare 2 or the Modern Warfare that is needed, or Modern Warfare, what is it? 2018 it came out? 2017? I need to look this up.
But yeah, like the I do like here's a, like you do point out a pattern that happens is that yeah, they're super popular now, but doesn't necessarily mean people are going to keep buying the other ones. Or,
Yeah, okay, so it's, yeah.
Or just keep going downhill.
So, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 1, which came out in 2000, and I think 7,
Right.
was okay. They kept with basically the same formula until Modern Warfare 2019. They tweaked it, made it horrible. It was awful. They tried to follow Titanfall 2 and Titanfall, and those were just better games overall.
Yeah.
And then Modern Warfare comes out, and it's actually good. So, I don't know, man. We need to wait a little bit more. I think that this is going to be... I think we need to wait until like they have their Pokemon Coliseum moment. Or Pokemon... What is the RPGs on the GameCube called?
The franchise, you mean?
It was like Pokemon Coliseum. Yes, Pokemon Coliseum. Which I think I have a copy of that. So, we could play some Pokemon Coliseum. Whoa ho. And then the other one is, I think, like Pokemon XD. Which is the Gale of Darkness. Whoa. But yeah, no. We need to wait until they have their Pokemon Coliseum moment on GameCube, where they actually fix all of the problems with Pokemon. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, whatever. Eventually.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It will be. It will be done forever.
But I'm funny enough. You talk about it and all the shortcomings. It's like, but still, I'm gonna play it.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guilty of what I said.
Yep.
I mean, it could be worse. I could be watching like some mobile game ads on YouTube. There's some really sexual ones.
I mean, of course they are.
Yeah.
I like the ones that are just there's certain company that makes these certain raunchy ones, like, and they just dip right into the fetish shit. Like,
I like
hard.
I like the ones where I'm like watching it. I'm like, is this going to be a furry porn game? And then it's a furry porn game, and you're like,
No, well, here's the thing. For the mobile games, you'll go, is it going to be furry porn? And it turns out, well, not the porn, a furry.
but it is furries.
Yeah, it is furries.
You do. Raid Shadow Legends has furries in it, and you're like,
Oh, thank God.
well.
Like, where are they? You have to
Yeah.
play it for 10 hours. Fuck. And give us $100. No.
No. So let's talk about Elon Musk for a little bit. I know you don't care.
Oh, boy, I don't care.
Oh boy. I have a Twitter account now. Yeah. I should probably follow you.
Oh, oh dear.
No. I haven't posted anything yet.
Oh.
Okay. Okay. You'll like my game. You'll like my account. Okay. Is that
dear.
a giant fucking penis on your fucking thing?
What is?
What the? Why is there golden penis at the World Cup? Are they gay? Are they in the closet?
Hold
The
on.
only thing that's missing is like 2 little soccer balls on either side.
Yeah.
Holy
Yep.
shit! Oh yeah, in the game that you were talking about earlier, that looks actually pretty cool.
Which game I was talking about earlier?
Play Yomi Hostel.
Oh yes, it's actually you can you can get it for free, or flip a dude like $3 for it. But the game is super rad because it's a turn-based fighting game. So it's similar to Tori Bash, which is again that's a turn-based fighting game, but it's all like physics-based. And
We should just play Nidhogg. That's what we should play.
I mean, that is also another option to play because although the thing about all 3 of these games, one is turn-based 3D physics fighter, and that's neat. But man, you get schooled by people who know what they're doing. Next one is this game. It's Yomi Hustle, is also a turn-based fighter, but it just takes it into a 2D plane, and it just cranks the crazy shit to 11, and like each character you can pick as has their weird crazy shit you can do, and also it's turn-based, so whenever you see a video of this game, you see it going this crazy ass action left and right going on, and you go, wow, I want to play that. Gotta remember, it's actually a turn-based game, so you're trying to strategically figure out like, oh, when is he gonna burst? Is he gonna burst now? Is he gonna try to burst later? Okay, maybe I should try to hit him up with like a cross up, and then hit him up with some strong attacks, and then try to smush him down onto the ground, and then like try to like a bunch of strategy. And this takes over maybe 15 minutes, and then once you're done, you can see the match happen in real time, which only takes like what 30 seconds, and then the whole thing's done. Like maybe max 30 seconds. But it's just like a whole lot of crazy shit happens. And the game even shows you, like, as you're taking your turns, picking out what you want, it will show you what will happen if your move was successful versus the other guys trying to figure out what you're thinking of doing. So, like, it's super neat. It does pull a lot from Tori Bash of, predicting a move, trying to figure out where it goes, trying to figure out, like, what the other guy's going to do, trying to figure out how to do how to do a thing and how to do it well. But this one's just a 2D fighter, which is nice because I have tried to play Tori Bash in the past, and Tori Bash is just a little bit harder to get used to and figure out what's going on. But I think Yomi Hustle, once that it has that layer of polish, i.e., tutorial, I think this game would be a lot better.
God damn it. Yeah, no, I think that you're right. The reason I'm saying God damn it is because I'm trying to fucking make a episode image. But we got to talk about Elon Musk a little bit.
Okay.
And what's happening with Elon Musk. Elon Musk has bought Twitter, as everyone knows. And Elon Musk has decided that the rules on Twitter need to be applied evenly. Of course. Most people are probably like, oh, that sounds reasonable. Applying the rules evenly is very good. A bunch of people have been freaking out since like he purchased the fucking platform, saying that it's like going downhill. And everything appears to be working fine. Apparently everything's okay. Everyone's like, oh, I'm going to get off the platform and leave. And then they come back.
Yeah.
And then it's almost, and then you have a bunch of people who are like, well, if everything goes up in flames, I have a Tumblr account. And you're like, okay. Or you could be like Alyssa Milano, who bought a fucking Volkswagen. Because she was like, I hate Elon Musk that much. So it's weird. He found a closet a literal fucking closet that had a bunch of shirts on that had the word "Stay Woke" on them. So already we're kind of like, okay. All of the right-wing creators have reported that their shadow bans have been seemingly lifted, so they have more engagement on the platform. That's good. Which I know that you don't like, Josh, but that's besides the point. Here's the thing that kind of sets me off, and this is kind of what spurred this topic on.
Yeah.
Elon Musk recently reported that he was going to step up prevention of child pedophilic images, or prevention of like those images being hosted on Twitter platforms and services. Something that the United States federal government literally complained about. If that makes sense. Yes. And apparently this has been like one of those big deals where everyone's like freaking out and like having like an aneurysm over. And then you had him banning a bunch of Antifa accounts that should have been fucking banned in the first place because they're run by domestic terrorists, let's be honest. You know, they call themselves, I'll just say this about Antifa, and this is my personal opinion. If you're going to call yourself anti-fascist and then go around burning down black-owned businesses and destroying fucking neighborhoods and shit like that, and then setting up a literal autonomous zone in the middle of a fucking city, yes, you are the bad guys. You are the bad guys from World War II. Fuck off. Okay? Go away. Okay? That's all I'm going to say. They're now threatening in order to burn down Tesla dealerships, which don't exist.
Right.
Yeah. Kanye is wanting to become president of the United States on Twitter. We live in the best timeline.
I hope no one votes for that, man.
I mean, I kind of, my hope is, this is my hope.
Because this will be Trump 3.0.
No, it's going to be Trump. If the Republicans are smart, which I don't think they are, it's going to be Trump DeSantis.
Is that worse?
Okay, let me put it like this. You know how Trump was a brash idiot who fucking, like, basically waddled around and did anything and fucked everything up and had, like, internment camps at the border that Obama set up and the media hated his guts and everything was horrible? If you watch the mainstream media, everything was horrible and everything was awful. But if you, like, actually lived it like a real life and went outside, the economy was good, oil was good, gas prices were cheap, everything was good. And then if you went online, and it would just be hell. And if you were somebody like me, you were forced to fucking defend him. DeSantis is like Trump, populist idea, but he has more tact.
I don't know. I still think he's a person that should be taking meds.
Trump should be. He's like 78 years old.
He's already taking meds, but he's still crazy.
I don't think he is. He's spry. I think he's on a fucking uppers, dude.
For Kanye West, like, the thing is, like, there's been reports of him that he was supposed to take meds, and then his mother died, and then he just stopped taking meds, and now he's fucking crazy.
There are things that Kanye West does that make me concerned, like when he went ballistic on an entire race of people.
Again, he's fucking crazy.
Yes, I am saying that I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
I don't think that Kanye is
good for anything.
I think that what has happened to Kanye has been a lot more concerning than anything else. I'll say that much. I don't think Kanye is right. It's the thing when everyone goes, "Oh, the Jews control everything." It's like, no, they really don't. You have a group of people who don't control everything. Okay. I think that what Kanye said was really wrong, and I think that the Jewish community deserves an apology. But Lex Friedman, who is Jewish, talked to Kanye West, and he said basically like, "Hey, Kanye, just name names, name the people who fucked you, instead of blaming an entire race." So he's starting to do that. It seems like, which, I mean, if people did fuck him, I hope he gets justice, but that remains to be seen. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
That being said, I think that what happened with Kanye West was fucking weird and didn't need to happen. The other thing I'll say about Kanye, this is Bob Iger's back at Disney.
Is that just trying to cover up how they lost money?
Yeah, no, I think that they basically were like, Bob Chapman, I think, was threatening to lay off people. And instead of letting him go through with the layoffs, which was kind of necessary, in a personal perspective.
Right.
Okay, like, name one Disney property that it's actually been interesting for the past, like, couple of years.
Marvel, but even that is normalized and samey.
I mean, Marvel, I remember Marvel Spider-Man was pretty good. That was the last one.
Yeah.
Well, it's a Sony picture, not a Marvel picture. It's made by Sony. Star Wars has been pretty mediocre.
Yep. TV shows have been doing good. Movies,
Pixar, well, Mandalorian's pretty good, but that's Jon Favreau.
Yep.
Mandalorian is good. I'm thinking about stuff right now that like would be good. Pixar has been trash for like a couple of years now.
I guess so. Yeah.
I think the last Pixar movie I was actually kind of interested in wasn't Turning Red. It was the one before Turning Red.
Oh, what the hell was that one?
Holy fuck. Apparently the new one though is pretty shit. 1906, Toy Story, Up, Inside Out, The Good Dinosaur, Finding Dory, Cars 3, Coco, which is pretty good. I like Coco. Incredibles 2, Toy Story 4, Onward. Oh, and I also want to see Soul.
Oh yeah.
So Onward and Soul are the last two, and then Luke I have no fucking interest in. Turning Red, I don't need a period story. Lightyear I should see.
Lightyear is interesting.
Well, Lightyear I should see, but I have a suspicion that I'm probably going to hate it.
Oh, probably.
Yeah. Like my worry about Lightyear is I'm going to go see it and I'm going to sit down and I'm going to watch it and I'm going to be like, this is pretty good. Everything's fine. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to watch it. I'm going to be so distraught and depressed that I'm actually going to pop out the fucking movie and I'm going to put in Northlander, which is just Vinland Saga. Or Ghostbusters and actually watch a good movie. Yeah. I don't know, man. Those are the only two movies I'm actually kind of excited for. Right now. But yeah, that's my personal opinion. Josh, what's your opinion?
I don't know. I watched some movies, but like I just haven't bothered to go out to the theater because I don't care anymore.
Oh yes, we had to push your buttons in order to get you to fucking come with us to Dragon Ball Super.
Yes, you have to twist my arm in order to go, which was a good time because it was it was fine because it was a thing I was familiar with, and also it was a thing that was like, oh, we could kind of collectively shit on this if it was bad, but it was actually good. And also another thing is like a lot of movies coming out is just for whatever reason in my brain I just felt no interest like at all. Like even like I feel like I should go and see these things, but it's like, man, I don't feel it anymore to go. Like even you guys are like, no, it's a thing, it's Dragon Ball, we should go, and you guys have to twist my arms to get there, and it's like, you know what? Maybe like whatever goblin I have in my brain saying it's negative, it should be like, oh no, it's a positive thing. But I think what makes it negative now is just that I don't want to see or hear other motherfuckers in the theater at all, and two, COVID really makes that spot in my brain a haven for COVID.
Josh is a fucking paranoid schizophrenic when it comes to COVID-19.
Just paranoid. Schizophrenia is coming out. It's gonna happen later.
He sits there and I'm like, hey Josh, how are you? And he's like, oh, did you cough? I'm like, no.
I mean, like, I mean, not gonna lie, your freaking roommate had COVID.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
And
he did.
That's why for that 1 week, it's like, well, I'm not gonna show up that week, so we're like, I mean, I like to take my precautions because I don't want to.
How he got COVID was so interesting, and then he got a wire shoved in his foot.
How did he get it? Oh, ow.
Yeah. He was cutting some stuff, and a wire went into his foot.
Fuck, that's terrible.
So I was making, like, this is right around the time that Hellraiser came out, the new Hellraiser movie came out, which is apparently, like, really fucking good.
Oh, is it?
It's on Hulu, so.
Oh, okay.
So, Hellraiser is basically, like, really good. But, like, the thing with the new Hellraiser movie is, like, the way that it works is you don't open the puzzle box, and then the Cenobites come. You stab yourself with the puzzle box, and then the Cenobites come.
Oh.
For you. So the way that they played with that is like, oh, well, basically this girl's gonna stab herself. So the joke I was making was like, okay, so Brendan has stabbed himself in the foot with the puzzle box, which is bad.
Yeah.
I am going to buy a Lagos Alien 9mm bullet gun and 3,000 rounds of 9mm. And I'm going to make sure that if anything bad happens, I am just going to fucking shoot the fucking shit out of those fucks when they come into my house.
Oh, here's the thing. Aren't they like demigods?
Yeah, but bullets work on them, I think.
I was gonna say, do they?
I think they would probably like reverse them back towards me, but that's okay.
Oh dear.
I'll go out the way that Allah intended me to go out.
Oh dear.
Hey, he said, what did he say? If you take out your enemies, you get 72 virgins. I'll just say, like, okay, can we make a deal? 72 virgins, a little much, okay? I don't want to deal with that shit.
If there's a quote I can pull from one of the Hellraisers, is your suffering will be legendary, even in hell.
Well, no. I just want. Okay, let me explain to you. I just want 69 sluts. And maybe 3 virgins, 18 years old. 26 years old. No, that might be pushing it. 22 years old. Okay, so 69 sluts. Okay, that are 25 to 28. Okay. That range, okay? Got to put numbers in there, and then 3 virgins, 22 to 25. Okay. Okay. So I actually, yeah. Okay. So like, yeah. I'll yeah. Now, if I go to heaven and Jesus is there, then I'll be really disappointed.
Oh, Jesus is going to be like, oh, don't mind me. I'm just going to watch.
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just going to watch there, right, bud? Oh, fuck. Have you played any other games this week, Josh?
Let me check my Steam, because sometimes I do, and I just don't remember.
This week was Black Friday, so we could talk about Black Friday.
Have more people died?
I mean, we have to look. Black Friday death count may have reveals how many shoppers have died during Maniac Annual Sales Rush 2021. Oh boy. I think last year was very disappointing. Last year was not disappointing, and during 2021, shooting in northeastern Austin City, we are up to 17 deaths, 125 injuries. This year, it looks like as if we have no deaths. The best year still remains to be 2019, with 0 deaths.
That's okay. Wait, was there deaths recorded afterwards, or is there just deaths on like?
So the one that's surprising is 2022, because 2022 is 2 deaths. The worst year is.
I want to say it's 2020, 2007, or yeah, 2007 would be
2017 or 2007.
Yeah, wasn't that like one of the first? No, wait. I'm probably thinking of 2017, actually.
Yeah, 2017 looks like as if it's a pretty bad year for injuries. 2016 looks like it's... 2016 we have 3. 2014 we have 0. 2013 we have a whack full of injuries and 1 death. 2012 we have 2 deaths. 2011 we have 2 deaths and 20 injuries.
So many injuries.
Yeah. 2021 though, we had 6 injuries in one street port. Southport closes after 3 people shot during an eviction. During evacuations, armed suspect taken into custody after attempting theft at Kennewick Walmart. 1 person shot at Tacoma food court. And 2 people were killed Black Friday in Chicago. No surprise there. Shooting Northeast Boston Walmart, a 3rd homicide suspect at large last year. And it looks like as if we'd have no updates for this year so far. That's good.
That we know of.
Did you buy anything for Black Friday?
Hell no.
Oh, you're like me.
Like, I'm sure there's sales on and stuff. Like, yeah, Steam has an autumn sale going on. But it's like, I don't think that's Black Friday necessarily. And did I buy an object on, like, Black Friday? No, because you know what they do? They fucking increase the price and then dock it down back to normal and saying, oh, look at the new price.
God, you're a cynic.
Like, oh, that's half of the items on there.
You're not even wrong. That's the sad thing.
Yeah! Like, fuck it, if they're just to cheat you on that, it's like, I'm not gonna buy anything on a Black Friday. Wait Boxing Day, because that's the real day people put shit on sale.
Well, even Boxing Day is the same bullshit now.
Oh, God.
Like, Boxing Day, I'm pretty... Like, the best time to actually buy shit, I hear, is, like, December 19th.
Really?
Yeah.
Why's that? Is that actually when sales go?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, that's the start of, like, the Boxing Day sales, usually.
Oh, I see.
So, like, I think that, like, okay, like, I'm going to talk a little bit about this stuff. A little bit of retail stuff here, because I've worked it for so fucking long. And thank God I fucking got another job, let me tell you that much.
Thank God.
Yeah, like, Boxing Day and Black Friday for me has always been, like, one of those weird fucking things where you're like, oh, well, it's a fucking horrible fucking experience. And then you're like, get there and you're like, oh. Well, that's interesting. And then you begin to realize, it's not that bad. You can tell customers to go fuck off and everything's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like 9 times out of 10, when you're selling a TV and stuff like that, usually it's pretty easy. I don't know. I just think that if I were to do Black Friday shit, I wouldn't do it. That's just my personal opinion. So.
Well, whatever.
Well,
Capitalism be capitalism.
capitalism is good.
Yeah, until it doesn't.
Yeah,
Is that a podcast?
it is a podcast, I think.
Okay.
So, thank you everyone for listening to the Black Mind Games podcast. You know, listen to us every Thursday on blackmindgames.podbean.com. Subscribe to us on your favorite podcasting app of choice. Hey, Josh. Fuck you, Alan. You're not here. So I can say that. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night. Bye. Recording. I'm recording right now. Josh, you there?
Good.
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I've been watching like some of the Grey Cup controversies, and it's all like the same bullshit. It feels like it's like a lot of people being like, "Oh my god, it's so terrible."
I mean, the
and-
FIFA organization has been on record to be corrupt as fuck.
yeah, like it's like, what do you expect?
Yep.
Apparently, Britain, when Britain was playing the United States, they started cheering, "Hooray for 9/11." So, and should we talk about what Elon did recently?
Or we can skip it entirely because, man, I do not give a shit anymore.
You do not give a shit. Are you happy that Twitter's dying?
Is it? Because it's like it's still on and it feels the same. So I don't know.
It just, you know what it feels like? It feels like as if Twitter is going through a resurgence, and it's getting better. Like I shouldn't say that. It's getting better. But it feels like it's getting better.
I'm not sure if it's getting better. It's just, I don't know. I don't feel anything different other than the annoying people coming back. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Because for majority of the whole thing, at first it's like, he's gonna ruin it, and I'm like, well, it's still the same, and then I'm like, he's just an idiot, a big fat fucking idiot who actually just lucked out on his riches anyways.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's an interesting article to read later. Let's read that. Yeah. Antifa extremists stage plan to burn down Tesla outlets following Twitter bans. What the fuck?
Good luck.
What the fuck? Tolerant left. Okay. So.
I mean, I have a feeling you haven't played Sex and Violence that much, have you?
Not really.
Other than what we played, and you played by yourself for a bit.
What? Sex and violence?
Scarlet and Violet.
Oh no, I haven't even touched the game outside of us streaming it.
Oh, okay.
So, think in 3. Should we sync?
Yeah, well, I don't know. We should, so you have a point to sync.
Sync in 3, 2, 1.
Sync.